Hello friends, this is Ryan Hicks. Please make sure to go to my website, christianveganism.com, sign up for the newsletter so you can be kept up to date with all the new things going on, and also make sure to get my book, Why Every Christian Should Be a Vegan. It's very, very different from the traditional approach, and I should be clear that it is a scriptural approach. It's not some of these approaches where they deny the scriptures. It's approaching it from a scriptural perspective, seeing what God really wants in his overall vision for humanity and animals. But today I want to talk to you about something that's a little odd that I come across very often, and it's people they profess to be Christians, they're not vegans, but they attack Christian vegans. Now, I don't personally care, it doesn't bother me, but the thing is interesting because they go out of their way, and one guy was even telling me, I have many back and forths with vegans. And so his life is going around and battling vegans over their views. But I want to ask you a question. Why in the world would you do that? What perspective is there that you're going to gain? What are you going to help? How are you going to help the world at all? You're taking someone who wants to be compassionate, merciful to other living beings, and your whole end goal is to make them not be merciful, not be compassionate to other living beings? How does that make any sense, and how in the world could anyone think that is serving God? This is the equivalent of seeing your neighbor plant a flower that you don't like, so you go over there and rip it up. That flower is not harming you. Matter of fact, it's adding beauty to the neighborhood, but you don't like it, so you rip it up. And so these people who are vegans and they're doing better in the world than you are because they're causing less harm and they're being compassionate and they're being merciful and non-violent. And you have to remember, violence, when you read about Noah's flood, it was because of the violence in the earth that man had, and beasts as well, that brought God's wrath. Violence is never good, it's not acceptable, and it's not something to be endorsed. So I want to really ask those who are at least professing to be Christians but not vegans, are you really doing the best thing when you're trying to convince a vegan to not be a vegan? Or tell them, well, this verse says this, and so you should eat meat. Why would you care if someone's doing good? It's not harming anyone else. It's actually harming less beings because animals are not being hurt by their lifestyle. Why would you want to stop that? It just doesn't make any sense. When I was a non-vegan, which is the vast majority of my life, I didn't go around telling vegans, oh, you should stop doing that. You got to eat meat to be a Christian and all this kind of nonsense, or you got to eat meat to be a man, that these puny little manlets like to say because they're so emasculated in life that they think somehow harming and eating an innocent animal makes them tougher or more manly, when all it does is makes them pitiful. You want to be tough? Go out there, as the old ancient philosophers talked about, and gnaw on a rabbit, gnaw on a cow. Go attack it and take it down yourself. Take down an oxen yourself and eat it with your bare hands and your teeth, and eat its raw flesh. That's what animals do. You're not an animal. You're not made for that. You're made in the image of God, and you should be living up to that standard. So I want to encourage you to get my book, because if you're kind of wondering, you're a Christian, but you're not really a vegan, or maybe you've tried it, or maybe you just have this idea that, yes, I would like to cause less harm in the world. I love animals. I told myself that I loved animals, but yet I was inconsistent because I'm eating animals. And I'm using products that cause them harm. And I think many people want to have some consistency, but they want to have it from a biblical perspective. They don't want to just go in, and that's one of the problems is everybody thinks that vegans, I even had one friend of mine of many years, when he learned that I was a vegan, his exact quote was, what, are you going out hugging trees now? Because that's the mentality. It's this hippie thing, it's this new agey thing, and it's nothing of the sort. It's about following Jesus, being merciful, being compassionate on even the least of these, our brethren. And if you get this book, it's over 400 pages, packed full of information, numerous scriptures and quotes, and all kinds of things that will truly benefit you and bless you. and it will absolutely change your life if you're open to receiving it. My friend, I pray this has been a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.